So I'm driving right now. I'm on my way to a little party at one of my girlfriend's houses. I wanted to celebrate that today is homecoming, and I was actually able to go and see my daughter and take a picture with her. And I've been at every single event, absolutely every dance, homecoming, proms, any other thing that they would have in between for all of my kids, and try to hit most of their games, their football games. She's a cheerleader for the football game, and I'm not allowed to attend any school activities right now. I wasn't able to see coronation, but the good news is Riley was able to come home, and I was able to go and see her, so that we got some pictures of her going to homecoming. And I want to make sure that as I'm keeping the video diary, that it is just a accurate reflection of what's going on. And there are some thoughts that I wanted to make sure that I documented. And one of them was that, at this point, my daughter actually even asked me why we don't go and charge, my ex with the same thing I've been charged with, because it was him that had sent one of the pictures to my children to start with. And so why don't we go and do it? And I had shared with her that we don't go and do it because what he's doing isn't right. And so if we went and did the same thing that he's doing, then that wouldn't make us any better than what he's doing. And it's a very hard road to walk when you're walking the road of what is right. When you're taking the high road, you're doing what is right, and not getting pulled into there's an instant gratification that happens if we were to go and do that, and to see the upset that might cause in his life, to feel like you got even, or now that we're on the even playing field. But it's really not, because all we've done is lowered ourselves to those standards. So my kids all understand why a little bit, it's that. And I had said to them, I said, we have to not just talk the talk, but you have to walk the walk. And while right now nobody knows that we're able to do that, we have to still, lead the example, and that we know it, and we know it in our conversation. So anyways, wanted to share that with you this morning. Woke up, still have a lot of online presence, not as many strangers or friends asking, so that has calmed down a little bit. I had some backlash from when I left my old broker. They had, this is a situation that nobody has been exposed to before. Nobody really knows how to handle what's going on, or it's not like there's a book on how to handle something like this. And so when I went in and I met with my old broker, they had sent my license back to the state within 5 to 10 hours of me getting arrested. I don't even believe that I wasn't even out of jail yet before my license already sent back to the state. And so that was on Tuesday. Wednesday, I was able to finally sit down and kind of show them what's going on in my version of it. And at that time, they wanted to go and get my license and reenact me. And I told them that it was actually too late. That's not on the table anymore, because I had a broker that was supporting me from Tuesday after I got out of jail. From that point on, they were supporting me, and they didn't ask me to provide them with any documentation, any proof. They just supported me from day one. And they're a small broker. They're a very small broker, and they were willing to take on the risk and the heat of going and getting my license in the middle of this chaos. So I will always, forever, ever, ever be grateful. But my old broker, who had sent my license back to the state, then after they met with me and found out that I wasn't going to go back with them, and I was going to this other broker, proceeded to send out an email to all of the agents, and it's a rather large brokerage, letting them know that they presented it in a way that I left them. They didn't put the facts on the table, that they had actually, and I'm going to use this word because it's what it felt like, they abandoned me when I needed them. And there was different ways that the situation could have been handled to get a better result. And I think that today, if it was done over again, that part would have been handled, but how they choose to move forward will always dictate. Remember, actions speak louder than words, and what I mean is words in front of you, in front of your face, people could say anything, so you have to be careful, or not even be careful, but just be in tune and watch what people's actions do. So after we had this meeting, they completely blew how they handled the my arrest and how they handled my license, threw it back to the state, which is, you know, in the industry, kind of telling everybody that you fired me. And also all of my listings then had to be notified. My clients had to go through all kinds of stuff to get a new agent, new signs in the yard. And that could have been done a different way, where, you know what, you go around, you take the signs out, and had they done it in a way that walked in integrity of making sure you have a balance between protecting the business and protecting the people. What happened going out the door, my opinion is on that, is that they were so busy focusing on protecting the business that they forgot that there was a person involved here. So that once they heard my story, they were like, oh crap, she's a domestic abuse victim. We want to be able to not hurt you anymore. Let's give you your business back. But they couldn't, because they had already created a situation that wouldn't make it so that I could step back in. And so all of that misunderstanding, I understand, and, you know, can kind of allow a little wiggle room. But what they did after I left was they sent an email out to all the agents letting everybody know that I left them, not that they abandoned me. And I think what would have been appropriate was maybe just an email that went out letting everybody know, hey, listen, we've made a mistake. We handled the situation wrong. And because of that, Shar is moving on. But that's not what they said. They said that I left them. No big deal. Truly, it's no big deal. It's splitting hairs. But what happened was in the middle of last night. Is this last night? Gosh, I'm getting lost on what day is what. So yeah, last night at 10 o'clock, I got home, and in my mail there was a letter from the brokerage letting me know that they sent my license back to the state on Tuesday, the day of my arrest. And this is the exact opposite from what they sent out to their agents. And so it's very clear to see, you know, actions speak louder than words, that they're so busy protecting the business that they forget that there are people involved here and lives involved here, that it was another smack in the face when I got home last night to go and open mail, and here's a letter from my broker saying they sent nobody even called me to let me know, hey, or to hear my side of it. They just did it. And this is a very good lesson for business owners and for people who are counting on other people to build their business and be connected. Is, you know, there has to be, what would you want done if the shoe was on the other foot? How would you want the situation handled? Some of the best things that I've ever been able to come up with is taking my shoes off, put their shoes on, and see what we can come up in the middle, or a different solution. And why does it gotta be, you know, everybody's so busy covering their butt that nobody does what's right? I've got 2 people right now who've been in contact, or my ex that I have the no contact order against has been violating this no contact, and there's 2 people that he's reached out to, but both of them will not come forward and say anything because they're scared of repercussions. They're scared of protecting themselves. And it's like, you know, I don't understand why people forget that we are all connected. We're all connected here. We're all here to help each other. We're supposed to be watching out for each other. We're supposed to have each other's backs. And instead, what's going on is everybody is so focused on protecting themselves that they don't do what's right. And this blows my mind when I am somebody who walks in an incredible amount. I'm not saying that I do everything right all the time, but if I ever had the opportunity to do something that would help someone else, I would never ever hesitate. So it is very shocking to me when I have interactions with people and they have the ability to help me and they choose not to. So just wanted to share some of my thoughts of what's going on right now. And my daughter is at homecoming, and I was able to see her, and now I'm heading over to a girlfriend's house to have a little evening with some girlfriends, which is exactly what Dr. Shar, I'm not even a doctor, I don't want to be a doctor, but this is exactly what my soul ordered. So thank you. Bye.